Hey, welcome to my channel, Cooking with Manual Focus, and today, fam, we're gonna be making this right here. Nice fork tender candy yams. I got you in the game. They're absolutely delicious. I'm gonna show you how to cook them in half the time on your stovetop. Delicious, and we in the game, fam. Yes, sir. Now what I want to do is I want to square this sweet potato up, and then I'm gonna cut about a ½ inch off of the sweet potato, just like that. Make sure you got a nice sharp knife, and then you will have you some nice perfect bites of sweet potato, or better yet, candy yams, when we get this cooked up. Now I'm gonna get the rest of these prepared, and we're gonna be in the game. All right, we're gonna start this recipe off with a stick of butter. And I know my pan look a little ashy, but hey, this butter gonna do its thing. And while the butter is melting, we'll go ahead and add in our sugar. So we got our white sugar, and then we got our brown sugar. We'll go in with our spices also. Now the ingredients, again, will be in the description box below. And I'm working over medium heat. We're gonna let this work down, and it's gonna become a nice little sauce, which is gonna be the base of your candied yams. All right, so we got this where we want it to be. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of orange juice. And this is a half orange squeeze. And now we're going to add in our sweet potatoes. Now this recipe right here doesn't take long at all. Now actually it's a little bit longer if you go in the oven. And what you want to do is you want to get these tossed in that brown sugar mixture and get them lightly coated. And then once you got all of them lightly coated, what you want to do, you want to place your lid on here like so. Leave it tinted. Now, if you got a lid that has a spout that's able to let that steam out, then you're in the game. But for this right here, mine doesn't. So we'll just leave it tinted like that. So you want to cook these until they're fork tender. Like I said, I'm working over medium heat. We're going to let them go. We're going to let them sweat. And then we're going to come back and we're going to see them. All right, fam, halfway through your cook, what you want to do is you want to rotate these sweet potatoes. Get the bottom on top and top on bottom. So, you know, those bottom ones don't get too done and those top ones still got some time to go. So just rotate them, give them a nice little stir, and then you'll be in the game. Like I said, what we're looking for is fork tenderness. And this is also why you want to cut these in like sizes, so you don't have some that cooks faster than others. All right, fam, we're gonna put this lid back on. We're gonna let it go. Now with a couple of minutes left to go before we pull these sweet potatoes out, what I want to do is I want to hit it with some vanilla extract. I'm gonna let those flavors infuse into that pot, and then I'm gonna let them go until we check them for fork tenderness, and then we'll finish this recipe. All right, fam, we've been going for about a little bit over 20 minutes. Like I said, you want to cook these until they're fork tender, and you want to, you know, move these sweet potatoes from top to bottom, so you know all of them get to cook into that sauce there. Now, what does it mean to be fork tender? Is this right here. When you can put a fork in it and it releases like that, hey, those are fork tender. Now what you want to do is you want to remove these candy yams from this pot. And we're gonna allow the sauce to thicken. Hey, don't that look absolutely amazing, fam? Hey, yes, sir. So in less time than going in the oven, you're gonna have you some nice candy yams, and you in the game. And you see that right there? Hey, it's fork tender, but it ain't disintegrating when you pick it up. That's what you want right there. Yes, sir. Now, fam, as you notice, I didn't reduce my heat. And this is going to also save you time because I wanted to reduce that sauce so we can get it to be, you know, almost like a little caramel sauce type. Now with these candied yams, hey, you can go with, you know, some pecan to top it, some walnuts if you like, but I just like my candied yams with just that sauce on top, fam. Yes, sir. Hey, we in the game. So you just let that sauce, like I said, reduce down. And to be honest with you, fam, I'm already to that point where we're almost in the game. So I'm gonna let it go for a couple more minutes. You can see the thickness of that sauce and look at it coming off that spoon right there. Look at that right there. You see that? Hey, that's what you want right there. And then it's hanging on that sweet potato. Hey, yes, sir. We just got to take this pot right here and then place that sauce over these sweet potatoes like so. And now you got some absolutely delicious candied yams in half the time. Absolutely delicious. And fam, now you can move on to another recipe. You ain't gotta to worry about it. But what you can do is hit that subscribe button, like and share this video, and tell your fam that Cooking with Manual Focus got you in the game. Now fam, I gotta get me a little sampler. And hey, look at that right there. Like I said, fork tender. Yes, sir. When it falls off that fork like that, hey, you know you in the game. Ooh-wee. And that one right there, hey, yes, sir. I'm about to get me a little piece. Ooh-wee. Yes, sir. Hey, cheers. Happy holidays. Thanks for rolling with your boy. Hey, yes, sir. Hey, fam, you in the game. Yes, sir.